king, come to my team, come get your ring, true. You and you and you and you, yeah. You is a queen, true. You and you and you.
Wow, I'm in my room now, guys. I'm tired. That was Bimini, Bahamas. A decent island. I must say, a tons of excitement. The place, the water is so blue and nice. I went to where the locals was. I didn't go to like where the tourists at mostly. And then, to be honest, the place so small. Most of the tourists still at where the locals are. So it was a nice event. Other than this one discrepancy I had with this guy, I won't even mention it too much. But yeah, man, I see a lot of go-karts on the island. You could travel around, but it's 7 mile long. You got about 4,000 locals living on the island. 3 high schools. It's a decent place, and the driver gave me a bunch of information, but I don't know if it's able to be heard because I'm not sure of what the footage is from that video because music was playing in the car and stuff, but I'm just giving you like a roundup. So Bimini was excited. Tonight is Caribbean night, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna continue on today's video with tonight. So just continue watching, and I'll see you in my Caribbean fit. I'm tired, guys, but we got to go outside, you know what I mean? So I'll see you later. Again, fit check. Caribbean night. So guys, I came late for dinner. They almost closed. It's 9:40. They closed at 9:30, but I got here on time, so I'm inside. So I'm waiting. No starters. I'm only going straight to main course. But these are the days. Thank you. Yes, important thing to know. Like the main dining room closed at 9:30. I got here about 9:10. So that means you won't get no appetizer. You only go straight to the main course. So try to be in the main dining room early, practically maybe like an hour before they close. So that's the next heads up. Wow, so this is the Caribbean chicken, plantain, rice and peas, fried dumpling, and a mango chutney or salsa, whatever they want to call it. Broccoli, carrots, baked potatoes, and steak. I'm going to try for the steak first. And they have this butter too on the steak. Nice butter. Carrots, broccoli. I'm just trying everything, and then I pause the video and finish it. And some good baked potato. Alright, so now the plantain. The sauce, sweet and nice. Got some fried dumpling. Okay. Get a drumstick. Try the rice now. Okay, let me taste the rice again. The rice seasoned good with the pepper and salt and everything, but I don't taste no coconut in the rice. Looking good.
Ladies and gentlemen, the rule is, if you get easily offended, the door is right over there, okay? Anytime. We're here to have a great time. It is the comedy show, and we are ready to please put your hands together and welcome on stage our royal comedian, Stephen Thomas!
You go for Mario, guys, your cruise director. Give it up for him. Let him know, guys. Let him know. Oh man, who's ready for late night R-rated adult comedy for the grown-ups? Let's get this shit started then.
I'm confused.
Did you guys have fun at Bimini today? Did you have a good time? Yeah, did you see everything? It was crazy. I almost didn't make it back to the ship. I tried to see both stores. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Look, you guys have no room to complain. When you booked this, it was going to Labadee, and there ain't shit on Labadee. So, you guys actually, this is a good. You got a good cruise. You got 3 good ports. I liked Bimini today. It was quiet, but it was fun. You know, Nassau's fun tomorrow, and then my favorite, Coco Cay. Who's been to Coco Cay? Who's been there? You guys know what I'm saying. If you haven't been there, you're gonna love it. It's great. It's you know, and I love everything about. I love the way they promote it too. Perfect day. That's what they call it, right? Perfect day at Coco Cay. That's ballsy fucking advertising. Right? That's a high bar to set. Perfect is a specific word, man. And again, I like Coco Cay. Don't take this the wrong way. It's a private island in the Caribbean. What's not to like? There's beaches and jet skis and purple rum drinks. It's nice, okay? But perfect? Last time I was there, I didn't win the lottery, didn't get a blowjob, so no. Not perfect. And yes, I require both of those boxes to be checked. So I'm gonna call a day perfect. Sadly means not once in my life have I had a perfect day. It could still happen, I'm hopeful, it could. You know, but I gotta be honest, the chances are dwindling, you know, because there's 2 parts to that perfect day scenario for me, and they both have to hit, you know. The first part, they hold lottery drawings all the time, but I've been married for over 20 years, so the second part, only on my fucking birthday, you know. I'd have to win the lottery on my birthday. Seems unlikely. And I know the young guys are all confused. Well, if you won the lottery, wouldn't she be so excited she'd do that anyway? You're so fucking stupid. My wife I'd be like, we're rich, you can hire somebody to do that shit. Matter of fact, $500 million, they'll never point that thing at me again. You need me at all, I'll be in my wing of the house with Carlos the Cabana Boy. You guys have been fun this week. As a matter of fact, I almost forgot. You inspired me to write something new for the show tonight. This is brand new. If you're a veteran cruiser, you've probably seen Mario or other cruise directors do the top 10 funny things passengers have said to them over the years. I decided to turn that on its ear. This is the top 5 things none of you have said this cruise, okay? No one has said or heard these things, and you won't the rest of the cruise, I guarantee it. Top 5 things no one has said. Here we go. Number 5. Man, that elevator got here quick. I stand out there too, folks. I think the same things you do as I'm endlessly waiting. All right, that one's been on deck 8 for 5 minutes. What the fuck are those people doing? Not complicated. You get in, you push a button, you shut up. Come on, let's go. Those doors open up and there's little kids in there pushing the buttons for every floor. I'm slapping somebody. I am. There's always that one person in your group, we could take the stairs, I will cut you. It's noon and I've eaten 37 cookies. Does it look like I'm taking the stairs? Yeah, let's take the stairs and go to the gym. Shut the fuck up. When this thing comes, we gotta hurry up to the ice cream before the chocolate vanilla swirl runs out again. Apparently I'm not the only one. Okay. Number 4 thing no one has said on the Independence of the Seas. Boy, that drink of the day is pretty cheap. Before the cruise, you were like, $80 a day for the drink package, that's outrageous. Now you're like, that's 2.5 drinks, I should have got it, Should have got one for the kids, maybe they'd sleep. Glad you guys are laughing, I'm gonna get fired for that joke. Number 3 thing no one has said on the Independence of the Seas, that middle-aged guy in the hot tub, he looks good in that Speedo. I feel bad for the women having to look at that, it creeps me out, man. What are they thinking, ladies? I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. I do know this. Every cabin on the ship has a mirror. I know that. Which means that thing was a conscious decision, okay? Before they left their room, these dudes looked at themselves in the mirror and approved what they saw. Let's see what we're working with here today. Here we go. Hell yeah. Everybody up on deck needs to see this. Dude, we're trying to eat over here. And look, I'm not, look, there's different rules for this sort of thing depending on what age bracket and general level of fitness you fall into. If you're 22 years old with rock hard 6-pack abs, go ahead, wear your little banana hammock. What do I care? But men, if you're my age or older and look like me, hear me. Put on pants. No one needs to see it look like you're smuggling grapes out of the windjammers. Stop it. Scaring little old ladies. Security, that man's stealing a banana and 2 kiwi. I hope those are kiwi. If they're not, you should see a doctor. Enjoy that visual when you're trying to go to sleep later. I love you, baby. Better get back to my list here. And the number 2 thing no one has said on the Independence of the Seas. I looked all over the port, all over the ship. I cannot find a place to buy jewelry. That's the one I'm going to get fired for. They make a ton of money in that jewelry store. They don't like me joking about it, man. And if you've been in there, you know it is just me up here being a smartass. The people that work there are super nice. They're very helpful, and they have great stuff in there. They really do have good merchandise. I just don't get it. I've never understood. I don't understand why somebody comes on a cruise and buys a watch in a place where no one cares what time it is. Yeah? You don't know what time it is. If you didn't go in the elevator, you wouldn't know what day it was. That thing is a quick side trip. I'll get back to this in a minute, I promise. That day of the week on the floor of the elevator thing. Royal Caribbean was the first line to do that 20 whatever years ago. I think they all do. Most of them, if not all of them, do it now. I know this because I was working on another cruise line maybe 3 or 4 months ago, and this story happened. I'm not going to tell you the name of the cruise, although you need to know the name of the cruise line to really get it. I don't want to give them. I'll tell you what. I'll give you some hints. Maybe you can figure it out on your own. Okay, this other cruise line traditionally known for having a dumber clientele. And if you Google cruise ship fist fights, 99% of your results. Sometimes called the Walmart of the sea. It rhymes with schmarnable. No more hints. Okay, so I'm like Schmarnable. It's day one, right? I'm in the elevator. This couple gets in with me. It's just the 3 of us in there. The woman looks down at the floor and she sees it. She goes, "Hey, look at that. It says Saturday right there on the floor." I couldn't make this up. I swear to you. The guy looks down and goes, "That's fine for today, but they's gonna feel stupid tomorrow."
What the fuck?
Now I'm riding up 9 floors with these Springer Show rejects. And all I can think is I have to entertain a ship full of people just like them, right? By deck 5, I am mentally editing my set. I'm like, all right, Steve, clearly take out the Shakespeare jokes this week. That's not it. What do I have about boogers? Stuff like that.
Right there in front of you.
Yeah! Okay, I got a lot of heckle comes back, so I have no fucking idea what that was. Yes, whatever you said. Okay, that's Tom. Hey everybody, this is Tom, and that's really fucking important for some reason. Hi Tom. Do you like jokes about boogers? Is that why they pointed you out? Okay, that's good. Then why are you here? Shouldn't you be on Schmarnable? Welcome, Tom. And your cheering group. You're with all those women? Fuck yeah, Tom, man. I like booger jokes too. Show's over, the rest of you get the fuck out. What the hell was I talking about? No, don't get me wrong, okay? Look, I'm making jokes about cars. They're nice people. I'm not saying they're bad people. Not at all. I'm just saying when I work over there, it's like entertaining a ship full of people with the same sense of humor as my 6 and 8-year-old nephews, you know? Because they're at that age little boys go through. We all know that, but that's their favorite stuff. You know, boogers, butts, farts. That's like they think it's a riot, you know? We saw them actually over the last holidays, and one night the 8-year-old said, I don't remember, something about his butt, and the 2 of them were rolling around the floor laughing, right? And my sister-in-law, who had no brothers growing up, this little boy thing is all new to her, she is just perplexed, right? She's like, when does this stop? At what age do boys stop thinking bodily function jokes are the height of comedy? And my wife looked at me and goes, well, he's 54. So I'm hoping 55. My mom pointed at my dad and goes, no, 78, still going. And then he leaned down to my nephews and went, hey, poke Grandpa's finger. Ah! They are, one one morning when over the holidays, I was the first one awake, which is unusual. But so I'm in a side room having my coffee, right? Trying not to wake anybody up. And the 6-year-old comes bursting through the door. You know, he's got the bed head, hairs everywhere. He's in his, you know, red Santa, Frosty, Rudolph, Christmas jammies. He goes, Uncle Steve, Uncle Steve. I go, what, buddy, what? And this is all he does. He goes, 1, 2, 3, 4, fart time. And he ran out of the room. I'm barely awake at this point. All I can think is it fart time? I don't know. Nobody told me. I would have prepared something. They came and saw me do this for the first time. Over this past spring break, 11 people from that side of my family came on a ship where I was, and they saw me do comedy for them. They've always known Uncle Steve's a comedian. You're 6, 8 years old. You don't know what that means, right? So they saw the Welcome Aboard show. You guys have seen it. It's clean, and I threw extra fart jokes in for them, and they loved it. After the show, oh my gosh, Uncle Steve, you were so funny. They just loved it, right? Although they didn't think it was a job. You know, I go, when I've seen Uncle Steve at work, and the 8-year-old goes, we haven't seen you at work. I go, you just did. He goes, that's a job? Well, yeah, I mean, I've been doing it almost 30 years. Your grandma and grandpa still don't fucking believe me, but yeah, it's a job. You know, but then a couple nights later, I had this show coming up, and they found out about it. And they're like, oh, can we come see you? I go, no, guys, you can't come to this one. And the 8-year-old starts throwing a fit, right? And I'm, buddy, look, this is the grown-up show, okay? In this show, Uncle Steve says some bad words, and I talk about things that you don't know about yet. I mean, you're 8 and in public school, so you'll know about them pretty quick, but not yet. He goes, you mean like grown-up jokes? I go, yeah. And he goes, and he thinks for a second, and then he goes, well, I got a grown-up joke for you, Uncle Steve. And it was like a record scratch. All the adults were like, ooh, right? Every mother knows that feeling. Holy shit, what is my child about to blurt out? And me and the rest of the dads are like, this is gonna be good. Out with it, kid, come on. But before anybody can say anything, he launches into his joke. This is his grown-up joke. This is what he tells me. He goes, Uncle Steve, why did the skeleton burp? I go, I don't know, buddy. He goes, because he didn't have the guts to fart. Not bad for an 8-year-old, right? And then he pointed at me just like this. He goes, you can use that in your show. So I am. As long as it keeps getting laughs, I'm keeping fucking using it. But what I want to do, and I haven't remembered to do yet, I keep forgetting, I want to call my sister-in-law and ask her what the scared face was about, because she was terrified what he was going to say. And I want to go, what did you think? How bad could it be? He's 8. You know, I mean, I understand they grow up faster now than we do. I get that. But he's 8. He's not 12. What did she think that he was going to say? All right, Uncle Steve, here's a grown-up joke for you. So this guy's doing coke off a hooker's tits, right? Guy comes out of the closet with a bag of gerbils and a clown suit. Now, here's where it gets weird, right? He's in 3rd grade. That's a 5th grade joke. But that's what they think is funny. That was his grown-up joke, burping and farting, because that's what little boys think is funny. Little girls go through that phase too. When they're 5, 6, 7, they think they grow out of it, though. Okay, I've learned my daughter's grown now. She doesn't laugh about it. Now, I have learned after over 20 years of marriage, eventually for the ladies, it comes back around. Yeah, after 21 years of marriage, my wife now thinks it's hilarious to sit on the couch and, as she puts it, fight fire with fire. She thinks that's right. But we said we watch TV on the couch together, guys. It's like dueling banjos, you know? She's like, here, chew on this one, fat boy. Maybe now he'll leave me alone for the night. I won't. We can fight through that, can't we, guys? Yeah. Ladies, come on, our fart. We can eat through our farts. You think yours are going to stop us from the grand prize? Fuck no. But when they're little, little girls think it's just as funny, because I picked my daughter up after school when she was 6 years old when this story happened. I'll get back to this in a minute, I promise. She was 1st grade, so that's what, 2:30, 2:45 I pick her up. And the whole 15-minute car ride home, that's what she's doing. Hey, Daddy, ha, ha, ha. And she thought it was a riot because she was 6. She wasn't a teenager and thought I was really fucking stupid yet, you know? And from the time she was 12 to 19, my name was not Dad. It was, oh my God, Dad! That was my full name. But at this point, she still liked me, so we're laughing back and forth. And then she said something about, Mommy doesn't think it's as funny as we do. And I said, yeah, well, maybe tonight when we're going to sleep, I'll hold Mommy's head under the covers and I'll cut one, right? And she'd never heard that before, thought it was hysterical. She laughed that little kid laugh where they don't even make noise and their face turns red, you know? Right. Okay, so we get home. It's about 3 o'clock. She goes off to play. I got things to do. I forget this conversation happened. You flash forward 3 hours. It's now 6 o'clock. The three of us sit down to dinner. 5 minutes into dinner, unprompted, we're not making jokes, out of the blue, she turns to my wife, and I'll never forget it as long as I live. She said it exactly like this. This is what she says. She goes, "Hey, Mommy, Daddy's got a surprise for you later tonight." In bed. If you know what I mean. And I'm thinking, I know what you mean. How do you know what you mean? Incidentally, tip about your mother by saying it out loud, you are killing my chances here, kid. She likes to pretend it's spontaneous, but you couldn't know that. And of course, my wife has no knowledge that the previous conversation between my daughter and I happened, so this is hitting her in the face like a sledgehammer. She's got a look on her face like I'm a serial killer, right? Looking at me like, what the hell are you telling our daughter? Which I was a little offended. I was like, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm driving our 6-year-old home from school going, hey, guess what I'm going to do to your mother today? Don't say nothing, it's a surprise. So I look at her and go, what are you talking about, sweetheart? She goes, you said you were going to hold Mommy's head under the cover. Oh, yeah, I'm going to Dutch oven you. Killed my chances, I slept on the fucking couch that night. Do you even want me to finish this at this point? All right. It's a good joke. I don't know if it'll follow that tangent I just went on. All right. Hey, number one thing, not one person has said the entire cruise on the Independence of the Seas. Hey, come with me to the casino. I'm winning. And if you are winning, keep it to yourself. The rest of us hate you. I'm kidding. I don't hate anybody. Life's too short, man. Time on this spinning space rock is far too brief to waste it hating somebody, especially when you're on a beautiful ship like this. I love the Independence. Remember the other day I told you about my favorite sign on the ship, the bulky object sign? I completely forgot to tell you about my second favorite sign, and it's not that far. It's also in the bathroom. I have a sign in my shower, watch your steps, shower floor may be slippery. Who cares? I haven't seen your shower. Mine is this big, right? I couldn't fall down in there if I tried. Who's falling in that shower? It's against the laws of physics, man. Even the first-time cruisers have figured out by now, if you're in that shower and you drop the soap, let it go. You don't know these people, you're clean enough. There's no room to maneuver. One false move, you got cheek prints on the glass. And it's not like you can take a step back to pick up the soap. That's impossible. One step back, your hiney's in the hallway, isn't it? You laugh, that's how I met the people in the cabin next to me. Jim and Cindy, they're from Kentucky, they're nice. Cold hands, they're friendly folks. Yeah. My wife always tells me, she's like, well, at least you don't have to shave your legs in that shower. She hates that shower. You know, she's not here with me this week. She's not. And I miss her, you know, despite all the jokes I make. I wish she was here because she helps me with everything. I wouldn't be here without her. I wouldn't. Sure. Yeah. She's not here. You don't have to kiss her ass, but thanks. She helps me with everything. She helped me about 8-9 months ago. I broke my arm. If you're up front, you might still be able to see the surgery scar there, and I wouldn't have made it through that without her. I'm fine. You know, I got a plate and a screw in there now. I got about 3 more months, you know, they gave me physical therapy, exercise. I'm diligent about it, you know. Feel the burn, you know. Physical therapist like, you're gonna have to do this every day. Way ahead of you. Since I was 12. But yeah, I mean, it's not a good story of how I broke it either. It's not a manly, I wasn't working under a truck and the jack slipped and my F-150 fell on me or anything. You know, it's not. And people want there to be. That's what I've learned. Okay, people want there to be some wild story about how stuff. When I first came back after the accident, I had the full cast on my arm. This lady saw me. She goes, "Oh, I bet you did that in a bar fight, didn't you?" Yeah, because I'm sure the first thing you all thought when you looked at me, that fucker gets in a lot of bar fights. Don't mess with the dude in the flowered Tommy Bahama shirt, okay? He's a roughneck. The closest I get to a bar fight is Saturdays at Costco, for fuck's sake, you know? I wish it was, though. I wish there was a great story. I wish it was a bar fight or a motorcycle accident, or, you know, the wife and I were getting freaky on our anniversary, she forgot the safe word, and I fell off the chandelier, you know, something cool. I tell everybody. I tell strangers on the street, hey, you want to hear how I broke my arm? I tell everybody. But it's not. He went on, here's how I did it. I stepped in the shower and slipped. Old naked dude fell down. That's the story. Isn't that pathetic? It's so awful. The dorkiest way to break away. And my friends and family, since they learned how it happened, they're relentless. They will not let me forget it. My wife's like, so should we get you a life alert bracelet? All my guy friends are sending me ads for those shower handle things, you know. Even my own daughter is, Dad, should we get you a walk-in tub? I'm like, no, walking in was the fucking problem. And I didn't just fall, guys, I Scooby-Dooed that shit. Fully upside down, in midair. I've never seen a human fall like a cartoon, okay? And in the midair, the moment before the impact, my comedy brain kicked in and went, this looks hilarious, it's going in the ass, you know? Because ladies, you know, naked old men, we look funny enough just standing around. But imagine this, upside down, shrieking in the nude. That's comedy gold right there. And look, I don't want to gross you guys out, but it's apparently the worst that it gets. Like my scar ends right, my surgery scar ends right about there, and right about there, my arm took a right turn, okay? It was dangling, it was off, it looked like the letter S. It looked like my arm was bringing you today's episode of Sesame Street, okay? And I was naked, so it was being brought to you by the letter S and the number 2, so. Or the number, 100 if you want to rearrange stuff, but I didn't have the time. You're picturing it right now, aren't you? Sorry, ladies, half the guys in here are going to try it back in their cabin. Honey, come take a look at this. I'll be damned, the 100. That's great, dear. Hey, wait, look at this one. I'm a helicopter, baby. That's great, baby. Anyway. So that's what I'm dealing with. Keep that in mind, right? And so I fall, I scream for, 30, 60 seconds. You lose track of time. And then I'm like, okay, I gotta make my way over to the phone. I gotta call my wife. She's gotta come get me and take me to the hospital, right? And people, oh, it happened at home. It didn't happen on a ship. We just went over this. You can't fall in that fucking shower. Of course it didn't happen on a ship. And this is what it's like being married to a comedian. Apparently I have played so many tricks on my wife over the years. She did not believe me when I called her. She almost hung up. This is the conversation, verbatim. She goes, hello? I go, I fell in the shower and broke my arm. You gotta come get me. And my bride of over 20 years went, really? I'm at work. I don't have time for this shit today. And again, comedy brain was like, that's a riot. And I'm like, yeah, but can we put a pin in that? I have a more immediate problem here. Because if she hangs up, I don't know what I'm gonna do, right? So I just start yelling, I'm not kidding. Luckily, I got through to her. She's like, oh my gosh, okay. And then she goes, where are you? I told you I fell in the shower. Where the hell do you think IHOP? I'm at IHOP. Folks, who among us hasn't taken a quick rinse in the customer shower at IHOP, right? We've all been there, right? So she comes home, right, and she finds me naked on the floor with helps me get dressed, which was a blast, because I don't know if you know the shape of armholes in shirts, but they're not like this, okay? Then we get in the car. At this point, I don't have brakes. I don't have a sling. How do you sit in a car? You can't. Trust me. What am I going to hang it out the window, do that wing thing? So the best I could do, I'm like sort of leaning on the dash like this, trying to keep it straight, and it's dangling in front of the seat. That's the best I could do, right? And she's trying to drive careful, but it's bouncing and turning, and it was horrifying, okay? It was like sweating level of pain, right? And she's trying to keep me calm, but apparently she can't think of what to say because she just keeps repeating over and over. We're almost there, baby, we're almost there. We're almost there, baby, we're almost there. We're almost there, baby, we're almost there. Finally I snapped, I'm like, I know, I live here too. I know where the fucking hospital is. It's 2 blocks past this light. So we're sitting at a light, I'm like this, she starts singing along to the radio. My entire focus, don't pass out, don't pass out, don't pass out. She's 1.5 feet away. If you like pina colada. So we finally make it to the ER, and I'm going to give you guys a piece of advice. If you're going to the emergency room with a broken arm, do it upright like I did. Break the hell out of it. Because anyone who works in medicine knows normally at the ER, broken arm, kind of low priority injury. Not that they're not going to treat me, but if I happen to be there at the same time as people from a car accident and a guy getting a heart attack, I'm at the back of that line, right? As I should be. But apparently, what I learned is this, it's like a fast pass at Disney World, right? You are right to the front of Pirates of the Caribbean, right? Because my wife's talking to the check-in nurse. I'm kind of standing behind her, leaning on her for support. The check-in nurse at the ER, you know what she sees every day? She's bored by a broken arm. Bored, right? You broke your arm. Where did it happen? What's your insurance? And then she does this. Which arm is it? And she looked up. And I went like this. And it went, woo! And the emergency room check-in nurse said this. Oh, fuck, can we take him right back? Okay, it's not just me. This is really bad. An hour later, the ER doctor comes out with the first x-rays and he reinforces it. He goes, dude, you broke the hell out of it. Is that the diagnosis? Broke the hell out of it? Thanks. Could you dumb it down? I don't understand medical jargon. Then he goes, do you want me to give you something for the pain? Nah. I'm good. Okay. Probably tell by looking at me, I get in a lot of bar fights. I'm a tough ass. I didn't say that. I think my exact response was, yes! I might be paraphrasing. And then he asked the weirdest question ever. He goes, which painkiller do you prefer? Heroin. I don't know. Why am I picking? Isn't that your job? Now later I learned what he wanted to know was, are you allergic to this or that? But that's not what he said. The exact phrase was, which painkiller do you prefer? You got any of that blue meth Walter White used to cook? That was fun. So what they ended up giving me, they gave me a 3-drug rotating cocktail. Every 2 hours, I got a new drug. So every 6 hours, it looped around. The 3 drugs they gave me were Toradol, morphine, and something called Dilaudid. That's good shit. Take it from me, a doctor ever asks you which painkiller do you prefer, you fucking say Dilaudid. That was the stuff I'm like, honey, I think I understand Pink Floyd. I was a member of Keith Richards' family for a couple days, man. I was wiped out. And I was there for 3 days, okay? That day I had surgery the next day and they kept me 1 day after that. And the whole time I was there, I couldn't get out of bed to go to the bathroom, okay? Because this arm completely immobilized, which meant all the IVs had to go in here. And there was a lot. There was like 5 wires coming out of my arm at one point. And this wasn't one of those IVs you see people walking around on. No, I had like this much movement, okay? And so I couldn't get up, right? Which normally he loves, but it wasn't nearly as much fun in this particular situation. He was excited and then confused. Yeah, where the hell are we? This is way bigger than we're used to. That line's a compliment from my wife. Anyway. Stick them in there, you do your business, you cap it, you give the jug to the nurse empties it in the bathroom for you. Bless any nurses in here for all the gross shit you do at your job every single day. It's gross. Thank you. But guys, like I told you, this arm couldn't move at all. Very little range of motion. Captain Happy's here. I couldn't reach him. I couldn't do it. So the nurses had to help me. I'm a middle-aged man. I pee a couple dozen times a day. I was in the hospital 3 days. 4 different women touched Captain Happy. And it was all covered by insurance. 2 of them had to do it while my wife was watching, and that was hot! Am I counting that as a threesome? Fuck yeah! Guys, 4 women wearing nurse outfits with your wife in the room watching, that cost you $2 grand in Vegas. I got it done with a $50 copay. The last morning I was there, it was just my wife and I in the room. I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom again. She goes, I'll help you. I'm like, no, hit the nurse button. Jackie's on duty. You're such an asshole. Don't feel bad for her though, ladies. Look, let me talk to the women in the crowd for a minute, because I know I make fun of my wife up here. I'm very mean to her. I know that, okay? And sometimes the women in the crowd, they laugh at the jokes, but in their head they're like, oh my God, his poor wife. Don't feel bad for her, okay? For a couple of reasons. Number one, I know what happens when I'm on stage, so does she. We've been together a long time. She knows what happens when I have this microphone in my hand, and she's okay with it. She's more than okay with it. My wife is smart. She thought it through, man. She's like, you go away for weeks at a time and send home money? Say whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. Constant income stream, and I don't have to fight you off in the bedroom. Hey, tell them I'm fat and bald with a peg leg. They'll like that. The second reason you shouldn't feel bad for her is that's her attitude. She fights back. I get some punches in, she gets plenty of punches. You think I could be married to some fragile flower who cries in the bathroom? My wife is a mean, sarcastic bitch, and I love her for it, man. Oh, you can have fragile flower. That sounds boring. Our house is fun, okay? And she's right in the middle. God, ladies, trust me. A couple weeks before my birthday this year, she's sitting on the couch reading a book. She goes, hey, what do you want for your birthday this year? I go, same thing I want every year. She didn't even look up. She's like, well, you better get a girlfriend. I'm not doing that. All I heard was I can get a girlfriend. Lawyered. A few months ago, Powerball's $480 million. $480 million. Okay, so we get some lottery tickets. We're driving home from the store, and out of the blue, for no apparent reason, she turns to me, and this is what she says. She goes, hey, we win this thing, $240 a piece, and call it. Which is funny, but now it's game on, right? I gotta fight back. I'm like, oh, it's cute you think you'll live to see your half. Didn't even faze her. She's like, you always fall asleep first. Bring it, bitch. It was a nice Valentine's Day. All right. When the shutdown happened, I was home, didn't work for 19 months. So when I got the call from Royal Caribbean for my first gig back, she's driving me to the airport, right? We're going down the highway, she's driving. And I'm looking around and I'm like, man, we are passing a lot of people. We are moving, man. I look over at this speedometer, we're going 92 miles an hour. I go, baby, slow down. Just like this, she goes, oh, you are not missing this fucking plane. 19 months is enough. You need to go. And then when I did come back, I did 3 months months on a ship, because you remember how hard it was to fly at first. They wanted to make sure we always had entertainment on board, so I did 3 months. Longest we've been apart since the day we met, okay? Despite all the jokes, we don't like to be apart that long. We actually love each other. So towards the end of the 3 months, we're missing each other, right? We're texting. And yes, young people, even at our age, after 3 months, it's getting a little naughty, okay? We're doing a little naughty texting, and I go, hey, show me your ass. And she texted back my latest headshot. It's difficult to jerk off to. At first. I'm a guy, guys, we find a way, right? We're gonna cross that finish line. Different for women. You ever heard a woman say this? I got close to orgasm, but then I got distracted. Ladies, I love you. I think you are amazing, incredible people, but that fucking baffles me, okay? In that moment, how are you not laser focused? What distracts you? What are you, the dogs from the movie Up? You know? Oh God, oh God, oh, squirrel! Nothing on earth would distract a guy close to orgasm. Nothing. The house could be on fire. You'd be like, we got time, plenty of time. Doorknob's not even warm. That fire's still out of the kitchen. Well, I know you got a couple days left, but I'm going to give you, this is my last show, so I'm going to give you guys a piece of advice on the very last morning, all right? When we get back to Miami, here's how you extend your cruise vacation fund to the very last minute. I've been out here over 20 years. This is tested, tried, and true. You will have a laugh if you do this, I promise you. Here's what you do on the last morning. Get up early, get a cup of coffee, grab yourself a seat on deck 5 across from the guest services desk. And from that vantage point, you're going to get to watch the parade of confused people looking at their bill for the first time. Did we break one of the propellers? The fuck is this? Is that a dollar amount or my phone number? I can't pay this. I guess we work here now. That's how I got this gig. The Nassau 96, still paying off my bar tab. Should have got the drink package. You guys have had a blast. Enjoy the rest of your cruise. Thanks for sticking along with me tonight. Good night, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our royal comedian, Steven Thomas. Thank you, Steven. Have a great night. Thank you, thank you. Good night.
Wow. Wow. It's a beautiful day, or night should I say. I'm just here now looking at the moon. It's amazing, man. Nature. Wow. Nature is awesome, guys. It's amazing up here, man. I don't know what type of thing is that out there in the water, but it's moving, it's colorful as hell. I don't know what type I know it's a smaller vessel on this though, that's for sure. It's a smaller vessel, so I don't know what that is exactly. Oh, so far it's amazing, guys. I'm in this thing like a cabana type thing. It's almost 12 a.m. I'm out here just chilling. You know what I mean? Bro, life, bro, like, life. Life is for living, you know. Never let anybody tell you that you can't do something. You know what I mean? Just stay focused and go for all the goals. Try new stuff. You know what I mean? I say, yo, don't let fear or people words get the best of you, yo. Because if I listen to people, I'll never make the leap to try something like this. And I say, yo, regardless, in life you take your own risk and your own responsibilities to do whatever you want to do. So this is just my way of just moving. And tell her this won't be my last cruise. Definitely I'm looking up to do some more cruise in the near future. You know what I mean? It's a whole different experience. So much went on today. So today I went to Bimini. And yeah, Bimini was a great experience. Very great experience. I flew the drone, I moved around, I met some locals, I learned a lot about Bimini. And as you could see now, like, everything was fun. It was a fun-filled day from all the events I went to. When I come back on board, everything was just awesome, man. So here now, trying to finish off the night, and then tomorrow we're gonna be in Nassau, Bahamas. You wanna stay tuned for that. I think this is where I close off the video. I'm gonna just put away the camera and just go ahead and move around a bit for the rest of the night. So just thanks for watching, and I'll see you in Nassau, Bahamas. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we have some more stuff coming, guys. Slowly but surely we're building. You know what I mean? Just be safe, man, and think about a cruise. And I'm gonna put out some videos to inform you guys about what I learned about the cruise. So just stay tuned, and I'll see you on another one. Peace out. Damn, man, look at the moon and the pool. Everything just looks so sophisticated, man. Life. Say what?
We come here every
Yeah. I heard dollar and a holler.
This is my shop right here. I'm getting my dollar basket.
Oh, let's see the dollar basket though.
I'm getting my dollar basket. All of those in there are $1.
Damn. The colors and the sounds, everything they have going here just look creepy as hell. God damn. Guys, it's just a beautiful sight and experience out here, man. Look at this out here in Bahamas, bro. Crazy. Look at the background. I probably just rip this out and do like a thumbnail from this. This is beautiful. Yeah, my experience so far in Bahamas is amazing. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even know what to say, guys. I'm lost. Bahamas is amazing, bro. Like, oh my God. Well, the tourist area, because you know in every country, the tourists here always stand out, and this is really standing on business, bro. I ain't gonna lie. The water is so clear, bro. So clear. Oh my God.
I'm a king, come to my team, come get your ring, true. You and you and you and you, yeah. You queen, true. You and you and you.